Welcome everyone to the Rectory for Billy and Derek Ehan. Well, Buster and I were out yesterday on the dual carriageway between Ballymoney and Ballymena where they're doing resurfacing, and we saw a new sign we'd never seen before. Yellow sign with a white arrow going one way and a black arrow going the other way. I have no idea what it means, which makes me wonder how long, and even Simon didn't know, and Simon knows everything. When was the last time we actually read the highway code? We maybe need a little bit of a refresher. Sort of easy that one. Yep. Of course, not all signs are visible. A dog, of course, sniffs his way around the world. That's all the signs he needs are things that we can sniff, as we know. And Rusty is very good at searching into pockets. He sniffs whatever lovely sweeties or hankies that he wants to take. And actually a very encouraging little bit of news in that medical assistance dogs are currently being trained as a pilot scheme to see if they could actually smell out COVID. If COVID has a smell, then medical assistant dogs would be able to screen people, and apparently they can already do that for malaria and for Parkinson's disease. Actually has a smell. So there's wonderful talents that in the animal kingdom where their sensors are much stronger than ours, that maybe can be used for our benefit. Very good. Yeah. And in fact, they say dogs don't really recognize human faces. Dogs know us by our smell. It's an interesting thought. So yes, dogs know us by what we smell of. But the central symbol of Christianity, the central sign, is the cross. You could say it's a very strange sign to have. It is, after all, a sign of brutal, bloody death. It's like the electric chair or the gallows. It's a symbol of execution and a symbol of shame. And yet, of course, we take it as a sign of hope and life and love. And of course, wherever churches are persecuted, the cross, of course, is the first thing to be destroyed or to be burnt. The Chinese government, who is very hostile towards Christianity, doesn't allow any Christian church to have a cross on the outside of its building. You have any visible sign of Christianity, they just come and demolish your building, just like that. And an interesting story in the news last week on the Italian and Swiss border, where on the Spitz mountain, which is 4,600 meters high, a new cross has been dedicated and blessed right on the border of the Swiss Alps, and placed there by mountain climbing enthusiasts to replace a cross that had been placed there in 1964 but had been vandalized. But there's been a furore with many people coming and saying there's no place for religious imagery, religious symbolism, no place for a cross on top of a mountain. So it started off a little bit of a controversy between Switzerland and Italy. The designer of the new cross is the architect Carlo Morelli, and I quote him: "I understand times are changing and that multiculturalism possibly means crosses no longer make sense, but this was a piece of history and that made it important for us." Do you know he's right? Crosses no longer make sense because there are so few folk who now have a Christian vocabulary, who know how to read the Bible, how to read a church, to know the language and the symbolism of Christianity. I think he's absolutely right. And all the more reason why we should stand up, why we should, as the old hymn puts it, lift high the cross. And that hymn, Lift High the Cross, was written by two men. It was written by George William Kitchen, who was Dean of Winchester Cathedral, and then rewritten and versified in the form we know today by Michael Robert Newbolt, who was a canon of Chester Cathedral. And it is a wonderful statement of faith. Lift high the cross, the love of Christ proclaim, till all the world adore his sacred name. Come, Christians, follow where our captain trod, our King victorious, Christ, the Son of God. Each newborn soldier of the crucified is signed with the cross, the seal of him who died. This is the sign that Satan's armies fear, and angels veil their faces to revere. Saved by the cross on which their Lord was slain, see Adam's children their lost home regain. From north and south, from east and west they raise, in growing unison, their songs of praise. That every race and language tell of him who saves our souls from death and hell. Lord Christ, once lifted high on Calvary's tree, as thou hast promised, draw us all to thee. Set up thy throne, that earth's despair may cease, beneath the shadow of its healing peace. Lift high the cross, the love of Christ proclaim, till all the world adore his sacred name. So let us indeed never be ashamed of the cross, for in baptism we were marked with the sign of the cross on our forehead, an invisible and yet indelible mark. May our lips and our lives proclaim what this stands for. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.